isn't nearly as annoying as Eric Cartman.
I'm recording this.
How is Bugs Bunny is more annoying than Eric Cartman? There's no way. How can, like, Bugs Bunny be, like, is it because Eric Cartman sounds like a high-pitched person?
No, it's because he's annoying.
Bugs Bunny's annoying too, but or Big Chungus, whatever you want to call him.
Big Chungus.
Oh my god.
Or Little Chungus. I guess if he's not in his meme format, he's gonna be Little Chungus.
That's my favorite. I'm gonna cry.
That's your favorite meme? Your favorite meme is Big Chungus?
Yes, that is my favorite.
Timeless. Big Chungus has been around since 40, and they don't get any
40?
older than him. Since 1940.
That's before
Yeah.
World War II.
That is World War II. World War II was 40.
40?
It's just a... Joe, if you want a medic, you gotta attack the soldier. Come on.
Can you say that again?
If you want a medic, you gotta attack the shoulder.
How do I change weapons?
Soldier. Well, I gotta do like a we were getting attacked by a red person who was a soldier.
Hey, you can't call them
with a
red
rocket
people now,
launcher.
dude.
Soldier.
Why can't I call them red people?
That's offensive.
To like indigenous American people?
Yes,
should
that's
I
what I'm
call
talking about.
them
You can't call
then?
them red.
What should I call them then? I can't call them.
You call them indigenous
Red
peoples.
But the soldier, I don't think he's an indigenous person. I think he's from like Ohio or whatever.
Yeah, I'm Skibidi, Ohio, actually.
That's
my favorite.
You're Gen
That one is my
Alpha?
favorite.
What?
Add to the
You don't
Skibidi
sound
fortune.
old enough to be Gen Alpha.
Are you Gen Alpha?
But I am Generation Zeta. I was born on the St. Paul's Hospital in Dallas, Texas on 3:30
What's your
p.m.
home address?
No, it was 3:15
What's your home address?
p.m. at Dallas, Texas, January 12th, 97.
That's not what we asked.
Where? Oh, you did. You told me where was I born or how old was
What's
I,
your
and I
home
responded.
address? What is your current
Why would I
address?
tell you that? You're gonna send a bomb at my house. I don't like that.
Why
Who
would
would
you
do
do
that? Who would do such a
You!
thing?
You would!
Yeah, you need to stop making assumptions like
Are
that.
you
man.
accusing him of being a terrorist?
I am accusing him of wanting to dox me. I'm gonna attack
No,
him.
he's
I
asking
am a
you to
terrorist.
dox yourself.
He just said he's a terrorist. We need to do something about it. What if can I like report him to Steam if I take his account and email it? Do you think they'll get in the prompt action?
Call the
perform
police.
on it?
Call the police on your phone. Pull out your phone and dial 911.
Now you're trying to swat me. That's horrible advice.
No, we're telling you to take out your phone and call
Wait,
911.
so the
So
other
you
guy,
can
not
he
gonna
actually
do
said
it.
he was a
Yeah,
terrorist.
we're not trying to
Yeah, you
call
did.
911 on you.
We should probably do something.
What? We should surrender and let the red team win, and then we unsurrender ourselves and we trap them in an ambush.
What are you doing?
Position
I'm more worried about this
advantageous.
terrorist we're playing.
You think what group do you think he's from? Or do you think he's one of those lone wolf terrorists that operates outside of a
No, we have an
network? Because those
organization.
guys are...
I think you're a lone wolf terrorist.
I'm not a lone wolf terrorists are like the worst to prevent from committing acts of terrorism because
Yeah,
they don't.
and I
have
think you're one of
networks.
those.
No, you don't. But with the
Yeah, I do.
internet and with like shopping, like everything you buy with a
The shopping
credit
is
card
stupid.
goes into a system, and your bank knows.
A system?
And yeah, like your bank, when you get a credit card or a debit card, you buy something, and your bank will send you a mail statement, and they'll hold on to that information for an unprecedented amount of time.
And who told you this? How did you figure this out?
And so you're gonna try and
Oh,
put a stop
I
to
have a
this, right?
bank account. It's so easy. If you have a bank account, you can go on your app on your phone or on your computer, or you can go to a bank and they can print it off for you. And if you
What's a
buy a
bank
credit
account?
card at like, if you buy something with a credit card at like a store, they're gonna take your information.
So, do you
And they're
have a
gonna
credit
buy-
card?
I have a credit card, yeah. I'm not giving it to
what's-
you. I know what you're getting at.
Well,
You little
well, why not?
bitch. I know what you're
You're
at.
trying to tell us all these things about like the bank accounts and credit cards and all this stuff.
Well, what you gotta
Not
do
really
is
sure you
show,
have this.
and that's what a forensic investigator is going to do, because DNA, like,
That's
if
not
they
really
find
ass.
DNA at a crime scene, or if they find, like, in that car bombs, like what they did, like, what's the guy
Well,
who
why are we
blew
talking
up
about
in
car bombs?
Oklahoma for it's on terrorism? Like, Timothy McVeigh, the guy who blew up Oklahoma 30 years
He
ago?
blew up Oklahoma.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
What
took a
happened in
truck
Oklahoma?
and he filled it with fertilizer. He took a truck and filled it with fertilizer and moved to Oklahoma.
maybe
with
he
it.
just wanted to like tend to his crops, you know, like
I think it's unfair to
he
label
was not
he
a
was
farmer.
trying to like make them grow big and strong.
He
with the
killed
fertilizer.
168 women and children at a daycare center in Oklahoma.
Well, how did he do that?
With a car bomb, with the fertilizer. Are you paying attention? But
I thought he
here's
blew
the
up
thing.
Oklahoma.
He took
yeah.
the thing of the, like the VIN number. They found the VIN number on a piece of the car that wasn't where the VIN number is supposed to normally be visible from.
What's a VIN number?
And they ran it to, I don't remember, it was a VIN number. And they took the VIN number and they ran it and they found that it went to a, okay, so you got the license plate, but there's also like a serialized number that they get like when they're made. It's like the serial number, and when it's registered.
How do you know all this? Who told you this?
Because I own a truck.
Are you
but what
plotting
they
something?
did, they took the VIN number from a part of the truck.
Did you say
that
Venmo
blew
number?
up,
Do you have
and
that
they
one?
took it to being a, like they took it and they ran it and they found its registration to Ryder Rentals, and they
Ryder Rental.
they got there and they figured out who rented that specific car, and they found out that they found his likeliness.
Keep going.
They talked to the people.
Penis?
They talked to his likeliness, and then yeah, so like there's other like serial numbers. Like you can like there's so many ways to get caught.
I bet it was one of those.
Like they're not gonna know this. And like the whole internet search history thing, like I know Google, they retain search histories indefinitely, but the ISP is going to remove it after like a year and a half. And then but if they think they're a suspect, there's so many things they can do. Like there's so much evidence. It's really hard to get away with acts of terrorism in today and not get caught.
Wow, it's really interesting, man.
But yeah.
Do you have a source
but
for
you
all
gotta-
this?
Yeah, I did a lot
Can you
of
send me a
research.
link? Because I don't believe you. I think you're part of the deep state.
Do you have Google Scholar?
I'm not a Google scholar. And I don't use Google for like, unless it's like YouTube.
Are you a Google retard?
I can, no, but where did you get this guy? Google retards you just made up your own word.
Can you Google retard?
Does he think that you made up the
Give
word
me a
retard?
moment. Wait a second. Oh, but yeah, like if they find a bomb, they can like find the product and they can find out what stores.
What the
product
hell are
is
you
at,
on
and
about,
they
man?
Like if you make a bomb, like Tennessee, they made it. Like there's.
I think you're just making things up right now. I don't think
Well,
you're
he did
like speaking anything that's based on any fact or
Because
logic
if you,
right now.
like, they don't, like, stores log your information, vehicle
What is he talking
registration, people that manage vehicles will log your information. There's so many different ways to get logged and monitored on the act of committing terrorism. Like, they'll say, like, that's why they try to buy cash, because if you use a card and they find, like, if you buy bombs, like, you buy a bunch of fertilizer at the Home
How are you
Depot,
gonna buy a bomb? That's not something that's legal for you to buy.
Can you look up
in the United
where to
States,
buy a
there
bomb?
is most terrorists will make their own bomb, but there is a way to buy explosives in the United States.
I don't think there's any way to do that.
Yeah, there is. It was the National Firearms Act of 1934, where it became.
I think you should be in
For
prison.
so many people. No, it's legal to own a destructive device if it's registered as a if it's registered as a NSA item in America, where
An NSA item?
NFA, National Firearms Act of 1945 or 46, whatever. They signed it into law because there were a lot of, like, before then you could buy
Why did they sign it into law?
machine gun.
How do I know this is the truth? You could be making
Well,
this
they
up.
signed it into law because a lot of gangsters like Machine Gun Kelly and Babyface Nelson were...
Did you say Machine Gun Kelly?
No, the real
I think I'll
Machine
ask
Gun Kelly.
ChatGPT instead. I don't trust
The last Machine Gun Kelly, not him. The real Machine Gun Kelly was a.
Who's the real one?
I'm pretty sure that's the guy that didn't like Eminem.
Congress made an act where they made a registration of weapons that would have to be registered because there's still no national registration for firearms. And they put sound suppressors, they put machine guns, they put destructive devices, those are like grenades. They put all sorts of things that they thought were scary on the website.
things online.
All sorts of things that are scary.
You can buy them online, but they have to be shipped to a federal firearms licensee, and they gotta be registered, and you gotta put fingerprints registered, and you gotta, there's a lot of background checks, and you gotta pay a tax. That's the other thing. The tax, since 1930, whatever, it was like $200, and I never adjusted for inflation. So like, that's why there wasn't a lot of people buying machine guns legally through the registration process until people buying machine guns. Why machine guns? I want
Do you believe in the deep state?
Do all the agencies hate you?
Get him to talk about the Jews. I want to hear his opinions on Israel.
I think they should be allowed to do that.
communist, fascist motherfucking idiot.
Hey man, real nice.
Tell me about monitoring what kind of videos I watch on YouTube.
Why? Because you're watching.
Because if you're watching videos on how to make a bomb, then that should be something that stops your tracks before you make a bomb.
Well, what if I told you that it's not completely illegal to manufacture your own? And you can go on the ATF website. It is legal in most states to manufacture your own explosive substance for immediate use. And you gotta use it. You can't transport it. You need a license to transport it.
I think that would be illegal.
And then you gotta.
I don't think that's
I'm not gonna kill you. Like people do it all the time, and you can go to the store and buy like these special targets at the sporting goods store.
I don't think you should be able to do that.
Explosive, and it's like someone got a special license from the manufacturer where they can
What
do
store can I buy this?
Like a cat. Well, it has to be legal in your state. Federally, it's not. Like, it has a federal, like, scoring clause from the ATF, but some states have their own thick-ass legislation that make it not good.
Well, what state are
But
you
you live
in?
in a good place. I live in Texas, which is where everything but drugs are legal.
You know, they say that there's only steers and queers.
Drugs should be
You
legal.
don't look like a steer to me.
I don't know. No, there was originally a quote from Oklahoma. No, it was Oklahoma. Where they got drugs in Oklahoma. But
Oh, that's sad. His
I'm not opposed to drugs. Like, personally, I don't do drugs.
his weapon is
But
named
if
after
I was
his
gonna
dad.
do drugs, I was
think
going
you
to
should
be
do
doing
drugs.
them with. I would be doing it in like Texas with a teepee or whatever.
Have you ever heard of Crata?
I am vaguely familiar with the concept of what clothing is. Yes.
That was the most vague thing you could possibly say.
I don't know. I said I'm only vaguely familiar. It's like a tea or something. It's like a
Have you
tea
taken
when it
opiates
makes
before?
you. No, I don't.
Or any type
Like
of
maybe
opiate?
I have when I got my wisdom teeth removed and they administered.
Do you still
it.
have those, by chance?
This was like
have
when
any
I
left
was
over?
20. It's years ago.
Well, how old are you right now?
Ask him to send you some.
I am 28 and a half year old.
Man, you're old.
That's old.
How old are you? I mean, no, don't tell me if you're a minor.
Dude, you
Don't
can't
tell me
18.
if you're a minor.
I'm 15.
You're 15? You don't sound like a 15-year-old, but you sound kind of like a 15-year-old. Man, you were like Obama when Obama was president, when you were
Well, I'm
in the
Obama.
Yeah, I remember that.
You were born with Obama.
Yes, I was born with Obama.
Okay.
He was my brother.
Obama is on our game. They got only 3 people alive on that. Come on, let's get this. We got blocked by a medic. Our team lost because of a medic. Where's the game at? But yeah, like, there's different ways how investigators can track where you would have gotten evidence that could put you at a crime scene with reasonable doubt upon all suspicions.
Do you think we should keep giving money to Israel?
I don't think we should give money to a foreign country where there is a war zone and there's not a lot of good things happening.
Well, have you considered that they are our
That
greatest
means
ally?
Ukraine too. I don't think you should give money to the Ukrainian country either.
Why not?
There's too much fighting and they're not nice to each other. And the mafia had a lot to do with setting up Joe Biden for president.
Do you think more
Like the
money should be
Sopranos?
given to
I don't
disenfranchised
think-
individuals in the
what?
United States?
I
Like
got
homeless
3
people or
questions. Which
minorities?
one? What about minorities and homeless people?
Should more money be given to them?
Do you hate those people?
I think more money should go to like poor people in America than to like foreign people, so they can have a war zone with Russia. Or what is wrong with that? We gotta take care of our people. We got people living in the mud in places like Oklahoma, but we need people to like go to work. We need to get the money, and we need to get respectable people.
Have money?
That touched the point at least. I'm getting dominated by like 5 people.
Do you like that?
Darn.
No, well, in the game, not like sexually. No, I don't like sexual deviancy bullshit.
Why did he do
Oh,
like
my bad.
separate
You sounded the
those two?
type.
You are making a coming on to me. I don't appreciate it.
You like people coming on
that.
to you?
I just said no. I'm protesting you.
Seems like something someone who
I'll
likes
heal
to
them
get
at it.
domed would say.
I don't like that. I like small
Can you
girls
prove it
with
to me?
small tits and small hair.
So,
Oh my
children?
no, like
You're
like
treading a
tomboys,
dangerous
that
line here,
kinda
man.
shit.
Hey, I think we have a big problem here now. I think we have a big problem.
It's like in regards to
How many
tomboys,
petabytes?
you were 0. I don't like your attitude. No, not femboys.
I'm sorry.
Not. I do not like to have sex with femboys.
Why not?
Would you like to look at
No,
pictures
no.
You sounded a bit
Boy.
hesitant when you were saying that.
I do not sound hesitant when I say I don't suck dick and I don't rape children. Can I get any more clearer than that?
Would you look at pictures of them?
I don't understand. Repeat.
You look at pictures.
I do not look at pictures.
You know, I really think I should actually call 911.
Have you ever taken a picture with a camera?
You're the terrorist. You're the one that said you were a terrorist. Who's talking about you?
Yes,
I never
you should
said
dial
that.
911 on your phone. Dial 911 on your
No.
phone.
Oh. How much time until 6:45? I gotta go to my
I think about 30
parents'
minutes.
house. No, it's like 11 minutes. And then I go to my
6:45 already
parents'
happened.
house.
6:45 was
I go to my parents' house.
45 minutes ago.
And how are you going to get there?
You're from, like, Florida or whatever, where they don't do time the same way they do time and where I'm from. Where is the other team?
I think they're like. They're
I
near your
wonder.
house.
Maybe if you were playing the game, you would.
I don't live in a house, I live in a condominium.
How much did that cost?
$230,000, although with my property although with inflation, it's probably like 260.
So, where do you get the money to afford property like that?
Edward Jones. And work. I had a job, and you gotta find an investment banker, and you gotta save. And I'm also beginning to find a new thing in silver and for precious metals and new market. You gotta put your eggs in more than one basket. I mean, you gotta take your eggs and put it in more than one basket.
I don't think that's saying.
Yeah,
I think you're
don't
speaking
put your
gibberish right
eggs
now.
in one basket.
You said
know
you
if you
don't
could
put
say
your
that.
eggs in one X.
Well, I don't do that either way, but I meant to say I
Yeah,
don't
but
put
that's
my
what you
eggs
said.
in one basket. And I took it back. I cannot say that
You
anymore.
took it black?
Shut up! You're like,
I
all
knew
you
you
talk
would.
about is sex. Are you like all? Is that all you
Well,
can
you
think
keep
about?
on thinking about it.
You find innuendos for my normal speech.
That's not what you said.
No.
Oh hey, wait a second. I found something cool the other day. Not to deviate, I think I'm not deviating from what you said. I think you're wrong about that, but I found like you know how Team Fortress 2 was based on a bunch of artwork from like the 20th century?
No.
Like Norman Rockwell and shit?
Steampunk.
Well, I found a picture from like 1979 and it looks just like the Scout. It's this painting called The Sleepwalker and it's from 1979. It's like, I think they might have a working conspiracy theory that it's what inspired the Scout. You gotta look it up right now. Go on like whatever web browser.
I don't really
Yeah.
care to.
You should.
Look it up right now. If you call 911 right now.
Sleepwalker 1979. It's a really cool picture that inspired like the basis for what eventually became this character of Scout.
The control point is
I don't think that's true.
Let me do this. Alright, I got Google Sleepwalker in 1979 for your picture
Google
of
CP.
Fahrenheit.
Have you had anything to drink tonight?
No!
Wait, what did you Google?
You gotta Google Sleepwalker 1979.
Have you had anything
No.
to drink
Hey,
tonight?
so I got a question. You said you were gonna go to your parents' house. Did you say that earlier?
Yeah, in like
So-
6 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So, how are you gonna get there? What's your
I'm gonna...
method of transportation?
A Ford F-150!
I think we should actually call 911 on here.
No,
So there better
you
be something
should
illegal.
not! Well, what's my license plate?
Well, I don't know that, but that's information that I should
You're
know. so I
not going
can
to...
report you.
I'm not intoxicated. How do you know I'm not just have Asperger's? And I talk this way normally on all occasions.
Do you have
In a matter
Asperger's?
of speech.
I don't believe that's how you talk.
I know a guy who has Asperger's and he's really smart. I went to high school with him.
But you don't.
I still know him. He's got a
You went to high
master's
school?
now. His name is Benjamin. He lives in like the North Dallas region. And he's got a good,
Dallas.
like, very good family. Well, yeah, I think Ford should go to prison because they're all, like, making trucks that aren't, like, too many electronics. There's more line of code in a Ford F-150 than there is in an F-22 fighter jet. Did you know that? It takes more
Who told you
programming
that?
to make
That does not
the
sound
dealer.
correct. I think he lied to you.
No, he didn't lie to me, and I'm not
I
actually.
think you should go to your parents' house because if
Well, I
you
have to
go
go to
and
my
grab your
parents'
car,
house. I
there's
have
a
to
high
read some air
possibility
samples.
that
I'm
you might
licensed
crash.
to
think you
read
should bomb
PCM
them.
my car. No, I'm not. I have to go to my parents' house, and I'm
Are
not
you drunk?
actually intoxicated. I
I
just
think
get
you
really
are.
happy and excited when I'm like, well, you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it, and the police aren't going to do anything about it either.
I think
because
karma
you
will
don't
do
know.
something
You're
about
not
it.
going to dox me.
Okay, well,
I'll play
karma's
for like
gonna-
3 minutes of the next server and then I'll leave. You can come pick me up. We can go on a date. How's that?